Hi guys, welcome back to the culture. Now it's been a while. I've been busy with uni and the big movie project, which our guest today was actually on the soundtrack for. So I'm with Teè Leonie, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yes, first of all, thank you for inviting me on your platform. I'm truly grateful, as always. But yeah, so I'm Teè Leonie, and I'm a 21-year-old singer-songwriter musician from Wolverhampton. But I'm in collaboration with Friday, and Friday is where I met this lovely lady, this impression, and yeah, and so I've been basically mainly just a musician. I'm currently at uni studying creative expressive therapies, arts, health and well-being. So I felt like this was definitely fun, and do you know what I mean? And yeah, to share about.
I didn't even know that was a course.
Yeah, that's a course. It's amazing. It's kind of like occupational therapy, but literally, and that's why. Like even I've been speaking to Ade, which about some up and coming projects kind of thing. So I think it'll be quite cool to get into Fridays as well and do something. But yeah, so
definitely.
Another thing, what was I going to say? Oh yes, I also do YouTube, so you can check me out at It's Teè Leonie. And I do
I would definitely put your link in the bio, in the description.
Yes.
I'm definitely. Oh, don't even.
I know.
That's it in the bio.
Yeah, don't know what you mean, but yeah, that's
okay. Cool. So the first question is, what is self-love to you? Like, how do you express it? How do you define it? What does it mean to you?
Wow. Okay,
I know, straight in there with the deep question.
I'm like, geez. Okay, well, self-love to me is just definitely just nurturing, your mind, body, and your soul, and making sure that you're filling up your own cup. Because in life, you're taught how to love other people, and you're not taught how to love yourself. And that's something that's really key. And ways that I do that for myself is like meditation, working out, those sorts of things that do uplift you, and that you're relieving toxins, and you're aligning your chakras. Because I'm very spiritual, a little spiritual. So that's kind of like what self-love is for me. And I think generally anyway, like kind of holistically, it's kind of just making sure you're just looking after yourself, just doing basic things like making sure that you're looking after your hair, you're looking after your nails, you're looking after your skin. Because people easily neglect themselves and worry too much about others, or doing certain things and not actually taking chance to look within and to focus on what you need. And that's what I think self-love is more than anything, really.
Okay, yeah, that was a really good answer. I don't actually have a follow-up question, but the next question is, what is confidence to you? And obviously that incorporates self-love, because your self-love contributes to your confidence. And then with you in particular, obviously you're an artist, so how does confidence play on your art and how you create?
Right, so that's a double question there, double whammy. Okay, so first of all, what confidence is to me, I would say it involves resilience. Definitely involves resilience, because without that, there's no confidence. It is again, loving yourself and just being bold, being brave, being courageous, just to put yourself out there and to take these opportunities and just to say, I am who I am, like take it or leave it. And just being proud of yourself and knowing that you can do anything that you want to do. I think that's mainly what confidence is, really, and finding that motivation out of nowhere just to power through and just do it, really. And then as an artist, again, resilience really comes into it. I've had to, with open mics, that's how I started out, getting these gigs and things like that. I went to an open mic, I think when I'd say 16, and then it was only when I turned about 18 that I actually went to the recording studio and I started recording. So it's not been long since I've been recording. Well, I mean, we say it's not been long, but COVID kind of took years from our lives, so it's like I still was able to go and record, and recorded my first music video in lockdown, so that was a lot. But I would say it's definitely just pushing yourself out there, and as a musician you have to just go after these opportunities, because opportunities aren't just going to come to you like that. You have to put the work in, and you have to put yourself forward and just be bold, be brave, be courageous, and that's all I would say, really.
How did you know at a young age? Because there's so many people, even like, obviously I'm 23, there's people my age who still don't really know what they want to do or who are scared to do what they want to do. How did you know that you wanted to do music? And did you face any like self-doubt or things that made you feel not confident to do it? Or did you just say, I want to do this, and you started?
Well, that's it's a funny question, that one, because yeah, it definitely, as you know, you say from a young age, it was, yeah, that was kind of solidified for me, because as many people know, Michael Jackson, I just love him so much. I don't I can't help it. You know, despite all the controversy and all these speculations, you know, the man was a prophet to like music and to the entertainment industry. I don't even know. There's no words to describe him. And kind of like when I used to watch him when I was a young girl, I always just felt like his whole philosophy and like the humanitarian side of things as well was what I wanted to bring into my music. And that's why my music's kind of the way it is, you know, neo soul. It's, you know, I want to uplift and edify people. So he just literally sparked that initiation in me, and I started, you know, being involved in the choir, the orchestra. I was Dorothy in my year 4 play. That I'll tell you now, I'm sorry, but I still get gassed about it at 21. And how old was me? Year 4. But I'm telling you, I think it was literally then, because I was in a room, like classroom, full of like, I don't know how many people, probably 30 people, and everyone's just singing the song. Like they were like, we're gonna like single out people that we can hear who are vocally talented and who we think could be Dorothy. So they're walking around, and they're like, who's that? And obviously I'm not thinking, oh, it's me. And the next thing they're like, oh, Zisha, you need to sing by yourself. And then I sang, and then I was like, yeah, you're gonna be Dorothy. And I was like, oh my god. And it kind of made me realize, okay, I can sing, but I didn't know I could. But then I thought they kind of confirmed it for me, and then yeah, I just thought what I want to do. And I have faced a lot of, you know, a lot of things that have made me doubt myself, and people have tried to critique me, and not even like constructive criticism. It's just been things that, you know, aren't very useful for me, but I'll block it out. And I just think, you know, overall people enjoy what I do, and if it makes people feel good, that's all that matters. And you know what I mean? And I'm literally doing it for the love and to uplift people, as I say. So I think that's what drives it more than anything, you know, that I wanted to spread my message, and that's the best way that I can do it. And yeah, so
that makes sense. So that actually leads into the third question again. I love how it just becomes this ongoing conversation, but it's how do you maintain self-belief? So obviously you said that there's been people who have given, you called it criticism, that's not constructive, which I just call hate. But anyway, people who are like negative towards you, how do you, obviously you block them out and stuff, but then what do you do yourself that gives you self-belief? Because sometimes it's not even about what other people say. For example, with the big movie project, I've never done that before. And so the voice in my head wasn't, oh, other people are saying I can't do this, or other people are saying this and that, which they were. It was more, I've never done this before, so who do I think I am to do this? Like, and obviously when things go wrong, sometimes I'll be like, oh, maybe I can't do this. But obviously that's where the resilience comes in. But how do you maintain your own self-belief?
okay, I'm going to tell you about mine, and then I want you to tell me how you dealt with yours, because I think that'll be really
Okay.
So for me, it would definitely have to be affirmations and things like that, because I have certain things. Yeah, I have to tell myself I am beautiful. I am all of these different affirmations I write down. Even in the morning, I always script and I write down what like my goals for like the next. Okay, for example, my goal for the month, or my goal for the next year, or my goal for 5 years, and it's always got something to do with me touring or gigging or performing, or and that's what makes me think, okay, well, I'm focusing on what I want to do and what I want to become. And in order to do that, I have to stay focused on it now, regardless of anything. And I know I'm capable of that. And the affirmations really do help to channel that into your mind, because you can brainwash yourself into thinking anything, you know. It's all the mind, and the mind is,
Literally.
you know what I mean? So I
Very
think
powerful.
yeah, exactly. It's very, very, very powerful. If you tell yourself you can't do something, you're going to believe it. So if you tell yourself you can, and you can, and you can, and you actually put the work in, I tell you, things can go beyond and above, and you, yeah.
100%. So with mine, it's affirmations as well. But then sometimes for me, it gets to a point where I'm telling myself something and I can feel that I just don't believe it. So one, I have to keep on saying it. But then two, things like going gym, like taking care of yourself, like you said, but things that bring me clarity, specifically going gym. Once I clear my mind and then I bring in a new thought and I say that affirmation, I can feel it stronger than before when my mind is more like clouded and stuff and I'm weighed down by all the negative thoughts I've just had. So yeah, I'd definitely say like detoxing, affirmation, literally that stuff. But yeah, those are my 3 questions. This isn't an actual question, but what advice do you have for other girls and other women who are kind of not so confident yet?
I would definitely say because with not being confident, there's definitely going to be a lot of self doubt and low. Obviously, that's what if you're not confident, that's probably what you have, and you need to look at yourself and appreciate what you have and what the things that you may not like about yourself. They're going to be things that other people would cherish and other people would die for. Do you know what I mean? So you have to learn things about yourself and just start to appreciate. Oh,
no, Tyler was calling me, but I'll call him back.
Yeah, and start to appreciate those imperfections and realize that they are your imperfect perfections. And again, I would say try and meditate. So meditation doesn't always work for everybody, but it's something that you can try. And maybe
actually, on the point of meditation, obviously when I meditate as well, but when I first heard about meditation, I literally had to sit down, cross your legs and say and it was not working for me. But obviously each person meditates in their own way. It's just about clearing your mind
exactly,
and basically silence and everything. So how do you meditate?
Well, for me, what I do, I'm so extra sometimes, but I like to get my chakra stones, and even sometimes I'll literally just have a spot where, even just outside or in nature, because nature, you feel, I don't know what it is, the energy just runs through you and you just feel so good and immersed in the outdoors, and it's really just tranquil. So I'd probably advise that as well. But just literally sitting down in it and just closing your eyes and breathing, just inhaling and exhaling and just listening to your breath and really channeling into your breath, really, and just controlling that. And then sometimes you can have music on, or you can have the affirmations in the background and listen to those, and that can help you. So I would say,
guided meditations on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. So they're things that I would probably advise. And just I think just really just trying to put yourself out there as well and do things that you've never done before, because that would definitely build, you know what I mean? Yeah, that would definitely build your confidence. You may not realize it at the time when you do it. You might think, oh, this is stupid. Like, why am I doing this? Like, it's not going to help me. And when you do it, I tell you now, you're going to feel so much better.
I watched an interview on this podcast that I watched, and the guy was like how whenever opportunity comes, he never looks at it as just that opportunity. So he won't turn it down because, no, that's not what I do. That's not what is a part of my plan. He looks at it as the full picture, and it will always play a way into your plan somehow. Like with the movie and Fridays, I have a business to do with like confidence and stuff. I study construction, finance and law. It had nothing to do with movie making. And I was thinking, why am I even doing this? Now that it's done, I'm like, okay, why did I do this? But it will work out for whatever reason that I might not see it. We were talking about self-belief. My book just came. It's called Radical Confidence, 10 No Bullshit Lessons on Becoming the Hero of Your Own Life. She has a confidence podcast that I watch on YouTube in it. So I just decided to get her book. But yeah, that's something else to forget. The last question of the podcast. What is the best and the worst advice that you've ever received? I know, you have to have a little think about that one.
I have to have a long think about that one. Oh, the best and the worst. The worst. That's actually so tough, you know.
I know. Because you don't really think about it.
No.
Like, yeah.
I think, let's see, the worst. Oh, the worst. The worst, you can look at it both ways. It's always have a plan B. Someone told me always have a plan B.
Yeah.
And you could probably see why I think, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, my plan A can go all sorts of ways, and my only plan can go all sorts of ways. It can go into many different directions. So
yeah.
I want to have no, because then you don't focus on what your goal is. You're there thinking, okay, you know what I mean? So it's best to just have that one kind of leeway. And
I think instead of them saying that you should have a plan B, it should be more that you still have your original plan A, but be open-minded. So you don't say no to certain opportunities and you don't say yes to every opportunity. You're just open-minded to wherever you're trying to go. And again, looking at the bigger picture rather than creating you can't walk on like 3 different paths at once.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's a really good worst advice.
Yeah, that's definitely my worst advice. And then my best advice. No, that's a hard one as well. You know what? My best advice would be unapologetically you, because
100%.
you can do anything you want to do. And I can't remember who told me that, you know, but I was like, you know what, that hit me, because people always think they have to be like someone else and compare themselves to other people. That's the reason why there's, you know what I mean? And even it's girls looking at, for example, their bodies, they're thinking, oh, I need to look like Kim Kardashian, I need to look like, and I'm thinking, hon, do you know how many surgeries this woman's had to look like this? She don't look like that. And everyone has a bit of a belly when they sit down, and then these girls thinking, no, I have a belly when I sit down. Girl, do you think, I don't know what people have, these conceptions that people have, yeah, I'm thinking, no.
Yeah.
Like,
no, literally, that's one of the things that in the Cultured Waste workshop, it says that confidence, I don't know if it's in the self-love bit or in the confidence bit, I don't remember, but it says that you know that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve as you are. You don't have to be someone else, or you don't have to be like this, or you don't have to wait until this happens, or until you lose weight, or until you read every single book on something. You literally start now and then you learn as you go. But yeah.
Do you know what? I need to come to one of your workshops actually, because
I'm gonna start. All the ones I've done now are like people ask me to put them on, but I'm in the process of trying to actually just host them myself at different community centres and stuff around Coventry and schools. So hopefully that will be coming soon, every weekend.
I love that. Well, I'll be there, girl. I'll be there. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, I definitely think that stuck with me. But I'm curious to know yours as well, your worst and your best advice that you've been.
Do you know what? Yeah, I was thinking, when am I going to get someone to interview me? But you've already asked me all the questions back today. So the worst advice I ever received was, there's no point like reaching for anything because you're not going to achieve anything. Literally, that's what someone said to me.
What?
And when they said it to me, literally, when they said it to me, I took it personally, not as in like, oh, I'm not going to achieve anything, let me just quit, but as in like, why would you say that to me?
Yeah.
But then that was growth on my own journey, understanding that people like around me, people that love me, this is someone in my family, people that love me, they're just speaking from their own experience. So maybe he's tried something and he's failed, and maybe he didn't achieve anything, so he thinks that no one's going to. I can't internalize anybody else's pain or doubt or fear. Like, I have to have that belief in myself. And that's why I think self-validation is so important, because cool, fair enough, like, people say, yeah, I have such supportive friends and blah, blah, blah. But what if they one day just didn't support you? That can't then be you done. Like, you can't just give up on yourself because people don't support you. You have to build a foundation within yourself to support yourself. So that's my worst advice. And my best advice is, when the past happened, it's in the now. So you have to stay present and make sure that you're making decisions that align with who you truly are, rather than, like, I was saying the other day to my friend, like, when I started like trying to get into a morning routine and wake up and blah blah blah, at first I was like, this is so long, like, for the next how long I have to wake up so early. But then why am I thinking about how much I'm gonna have to do over time when I can only be here right now? So when I wake up in the morning, I have to make the decision to get up, go to the gym, journal, blah blah blah, and then I don't have to worry about doing it the next morning until the next morning comes, if that makes sense. So living in the now is, you can only live your life now, is my best advice.
I love that. I do love that. I do love that. I think definitely, I think that, you know, it is hard to be present sometimes, isn't it? In here and now, your mind could just be going overtime. That's something that I have had to. My mouth doesn't want to work. I've had to work on a lot, because always thinking about, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, at the end of the week, I've got to do this, and then how am I gonna? But you just have to
on my way home from
relax
the
and
gym.
just take.
I'll be on my way home from the gym, thinking about, okay, I'm gonna shower, then I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, then I'm like, let me just enjoy my walk home.
Yeah.
Then I'll shower. Then when I come out the shower, I figure out what I'm doing next. Then I figure out what I'm doing next. Obviously, like, I can plan my day, but it's not always gonna go to plan. So I just have to take a deep breath and do what I have to do and be who I have to be now. I used to get very caught up in identity. So if I say, this kind of person, like, cool, I'm confident enough to go outside and come on YouTube with my hair like this, then I'll get stuck in, okay, I've now said that I'm confident to do this. That means I can't wear wigs and I can't wear braids, but that doesn't mean that I can make choices for who I want to be and what I want to do at that moment in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally, it's a small example, but it goes across aspects.
No, it does. It's a whole spectrum of. I know I fully can resonate with you with that. I can, because even in terms of goals and planning and stuff like that, like, I like to make a list, say in the morning or sometimes the night before, just before I go to bed, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, these are certain things I'm going to do tomorrow. But now, like, before I used to put loads of things. I was like, are you mad? How are you actually going to accomplish all of this in one day?
I know.
And then now, over time, I've had to realize, okay, I have to limit it to, like, actually 3 big major goals that I'm like, okay, this is what I can accomplish, and then everything else is the norm. Do you know what I mean? Like showering, like, you know.
I found this to-do list yesterday that I made once for 1 week, and this was just to do with my business. Bearing in mind I had uni and I had other things to do, and I said, like, what kind of, I don't even know if it's gonna show.
Oh,
Let me. No, it's not gonna show because it's too bright. But literally, it's a full page. There's 47 things on the list.
Okay, when you've kind of like moved it like that way, I mean, you can't see, but you can see there's a whole load of writing on there.
I can't tell where the camera is.
Are you crazy? I'm sorry. What are you writing? What? How come?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if it was like a, you know, like when you've got like A5 piece of it, that's like A4 piece of it.
The A4 sheet of paper, every single line has something to do.
Wow.
It's crazy. Then, like, when I don't do it, it'll affect my confidence, and I think, oh my gosh, I'm not working hard enough on all of these things, when really I'm just being too hard on myself. So yeah, that's definitely something I've learned.
I'm like, yeah, that's me.
I think we all go through that period. And then come out of it.
You have to be like, okay, it's okay that I haven't got this done today, and I can do tomorrow, and I'll make. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't feel disheartened, because that's what I write down in my affirmations. I go, I'm so happy and grateful now I've completed them. you know, main things that I need to do, and that's okay and whatever, because you can't feel,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? You shouldn't feel like no.
Now I have 3 things to do every day outside of my morning and night routine. If I do more, then good. If I do those 3 things, then amazing. And if I do less, then we try again tomorrow. There's no benefit of beating myself up and blah blah blah. It doesn't help me to do more the next day. I just feel even more pressure to get things done, and it don't help.
No, definitely not, sis. Listen.
Nah, no, I've absolutely loved this episode. I miss doing this.
Yeah. When's the last time you did it?
Maybe like March.
Okay, so
I just got really busy. Yeah, I only started it recently. I only started it this year.
Oh wow. And how many episodes have you done?
So I've done 5.
Okay.
This is number 6. So my first one was 3 months ago, and the last one was 1 month ago.
No, that's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a weekly episode if people want to be nice to me, but some people want to charge me. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. He's only playing. He's got to be playing.
Literally.
I'm sorry, because like anything like this for me is, you know, I'm naturally just, because I'm gonna have to invite you, like I said, on my YouTube channel and have a little talk.
Better presented. When it comes to my own YouTube channel, I don't care, because it's just that thing about me, like being myself. Sometimes I drag it, but it just is what it is, to be honest. Literally at this point.
Embrace yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's natural. It's you. So it is.
Literally, that's what I realized last year. Like, this is actually me. Who is gonna say something to me when this is actually me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that.
Thank you for coming on the podcast. I'm gonna have so much fun editing this, and then I will let you know when it's out. But share your socials, your YouTube channel. Obviously, I'll put everything in the bio, in the description as well. I don't know why I keep saying bio, but yeah. But yeah, share your socials and stuff.
Thank you. So I am Teè Leonie, and my socials are it's Teè Leonie on everything. It should be, so it's ITSTEELEONIE. I think that's actually it. Yeah, on everything, and you know, like to stream my music. But yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share with anyone who you feel like needs to hear it. And we'll be back with another one.